Welcome back to Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here. Right here in the corner of my living room. It's where I am. But it's not what you think. We got ourselves a full box of $1 loony Canadian coins. Hi, everyone. And there's some interesting coins in these boxes. We're going to go looking for... there are new ones coming. There's no way we're going to find any of those. I don't feel like that. But there are others. I found a couple so far, and I've gone through 8 rolls so far. So we're going to do another 4 right now. So hopefully you'll stick with me, and we'll see what the good Lord gives us. And thanks. Thanks for everything. Here we go. I got a set now. I call this a set. It is a set. I'm trying to do stuff. So you got my email there. Coin books and coin sets, as I have on that other video on my channel where I advertise $30 where you get to choose a set and another set and blah, blah, blah. I would love to move some of these along for the Toonies. I have such good stock on beautiful Toonies that I've kept out of circulation that it's a shame if they don't go out to people who actually want them. Again, my books are full, so now that I need to keep my hand in the shot here. Let's move that out of the way a little bit. That's all the coins I've found so far out of the rolls. I've got them all on that one little card. I'm gonna put that out of the way though. I'll put that, no, I need that. Shows you how well planned this is. So the first thing we do is we drop in 2 and we just make sure they've landed flat. And so long as they have, then the other ones, as long as you drop them in 2 at a time, they'll land flat. You don't have to worry about it much. Of course, the Toonies are high caliber. You can get your thumb stuffed down into that roll if you need to push them down. But we are just looking for the commemoratives for the most part. There are some low mintage years that we really should be keeping an eye out for. But today's search is not going to be about that. And then we'll see. We'll see what else. We may go through the box again looking for different odd mintage years, or, you never know. So forgive me, I've got the music track up here. I'm going to get the chat back up. Christopher says hi to David. Thanks, Christopher and David, for being here. And I'm not that popular, but that's because I'm not that handsome. But I figured to keep my face off the GD camera and maybe, just maybe, trick them all. Okay, so there it is. Roll number 1 yielded absolutely nothing in terms of commemoratives. Fair enough. Let's bust open roll number 2 and see how that goes. We're going to do 4 at a time. I'm going to put them like that. I'm trying to get my hands in the shot so y'all can see what I'm... How can I avoid you seeing that I'm a clumblebum? And you can hear the clack of the coin as they fall in. Clack. Oh, a Terry Fox. That'd be our first commemorative so far. Terry Fox was a Canadian dude diagnosed with cancer. Somebody's sticker on this one. I'm not sure what that is, but it's gross enough not to want to touch. Diagnosed with cancer, he on a prosthetic leg basically made a plan to run across Canada. He didn't make it all the way, but he was awesome. He's one of the people who showed you the pinnacle of human being awesomeness. How about that? Ooh, that's a nice one. So we got 2 commemoratives now. That one, I believe, is a Lucky Loony. And I don't need to get close to it right now because we're going to get real... Wow, I dropped it and it didn't fall on the floor. Cool. I hate chasing them down once they've fallen on the floor. You never know if you pick them all back up because you forget how many fell. Okay, so that's another roll, but this time we didn't get skunked. We got 2 nice commemoratives. Actually, Let me just fire over to the microscope this time. I had the Oscar Peterson from before sitting on the microscope, but we're going to move over what we got now. We'll slide them right into the zone here. We'll start with the Terry Fox. There is a variant of this coin where there's some missing grass or something at the bottom. This I'm not sure of, but it doesn't take a lot. There are a lot of examples. A person can get that figured out pretty quick. Cad, you need a Terry Fox? What you need is a box of loonies is what you need. But now, the second scope that I got would give you this picture. Same as this, pretty much. Not, no worse kind of thing. Oh, the Oscar Peterson. What the old scope wouldn't have done very well would have been this kind of stuff. And you can see Terry's prosthetic leg. He had a sort of a hop skip kind of way of making his way down the road, but it worked for him. It gave him an extra measure of pressure off of an area that bothered him, so it was advantageous for him to do kind of a little hop skip as he went down the road, and it was very iconic of the way he traveled, being a dude with one leg, and again, just whatever it took to relieve a little pressure on the process. So there's the Terry Fox. Let's see what else we got. We can take our time today. This won't be the fastest coin roll hunt ever. I did a couple of fast ones earlier. And besides, I'm not trying to be fast. I'm trying to be thorough. Okay, you can see the rings of the Olympiad in the middle. Canada across the top. Maybe I can get some more light on that. This seems a little dingy to me. Can I show that off a little? Ooh, that's a lot of light. A whole lot of love. Interesting. Let me just check something. That's what I thought. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. This is like broadcasting and photography together. This is really cool. This is why I like doing this. For me, this is like two passions. CAD, David Carlisle. Coining around. What the hell? You know I'm not family friendly, don't you? Wait a second. I made a whole pile of family. I must be pretty friendly. Now, that was not going to get any closer. So we'll crop the picture big time. And then we'll see what can be done. We'll play with the scope. We'll have such fun. Oh yeah. Boom, 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 boom. If it's too bright from the scope, then it kind of gets washed out. Yeah, see, even that's a little washy. Well, that's why I have these cards. So let me just turn this card around. That's right. That's what we'll do. I want to be able to do some angle control on the camera. And the way to do that, I hope, is like this. Not bad. You know how it is with the reflections and the whatnot. So again, the Lucky Looney from 2004 is what we found here. You know what? It looks just like an island in the back, isn't it? Isn't it just an island? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's find out. I'd say so. Trees? I'm going to go with trees. All right, let's go back to the search. A little more research. I guess that does suck as I do that, doesn't it? What's a better way? There's got to be a better way. You know what? I'm going to clear this card. It's the best way to do things on the fly, by the seat of your pants. I'm from radio. We do things live. What do you want? I am. Didn't get as far in radio as I had hoped, but that doesn't mean that isn't where my heart is. And that's 100%. Brown sugar. Doing well. Changed your pick. I was saying earlier at the very beginning that these things we do, these hobbies we're able to share, especially on this platform, these are the things we leave behind, you know. I don't know if you're a captain of industry or whatever. Maybe you've made a mark in your life of this world, but a lot of us are pretty mundane. And my mark are my children. And I want my children to understand me when I'm gone. So as much as this is an opportunity to do some coin roll hunting with y'all and all of this, I think it's also an opportunity to make my mark and leave something in hopes, you know, that the remembrances of me are a little more accurate as a result. That'd be nice. He wasn't really such a bad man. All right. So I got this little card I'm going to use for under the scope presentation. I'm right above it with the roll. We're on to roll number 3. My new format for $1 coin roll hunting since I got myself a whole box. And in this case, just making a short at all video, a fully narrated and extra long video without any edits or jump edits or whatever, which I've been doing to make those other videos short. I'm just rambling today because I don't feel perfect. I've had some thoughts. I'm thinking that I'm going to take the time to draw out my family home. I lived there so many years. And my children actually were born there, and we lived in a basement suite there. But as soon as we moved from there, it was knocked down because it was on a double lot. And up went 2 houses, and there are no remembrances of that house. And even before, because my children never saw that house as it was when we first moved in, because we added to and changed that house significantly. I was thinking about writing a little chronicle of that particular address. Because nobody else could, as far as I could tell. I don't believe anybody else could. So while I'm the only person with the knowledge, maybe it'd be good if I were to, I don't know, write it down. That's roll number 3, completely, 2, completely skanked. Not very nice. Not very nice at all. A lot of people don't live to the age I'm already at, and I'm a huge man, and that doesn't bode well for me. I've had heart issues and stuff, and I know that that's not good. Thing is, with your heart, once you've had little heart issues, you always have little feelings and make you wonder about just how little heart is doing down there. Got myself a motorcycle recently and riding out the rest of the season. Ooh, starting out with a beautiful gray cup right there. Nice. which ends up on the bottom, I guess. Well, we'll rescue it right away. We'll just get it right out of there, and there it is. I'll throw that under the scope. We'll scope it. You know, because I wanted to ride. I have friends with bikes, and I don't know if you know this, but it's not very comfortable asking your friend to ride his Harley. Much as you would really in your brain love to do that and just pressure your friends to let you ride their motorcycles, a lot of times they would rather not. And I understand that. But, you know, after you haven't ridden for a long time and maybe a friend, you know, says, hey, you want to take her around the block? And you're like, yeah, I want to take her down the highway about 100 miles, actually. But around the block, yes, sir. So you can only really do that with your own bike. So I got one. Even if it's just for the rest of this season. Maybe the next, I don't know. It's not really my favorite type of bike because it is a Yamaha Harley. Straight pipes and kind of loud. Pretty powerful. Big motor. But I usually like something with a little more finesse. The smarter you are, the sooner you will not worry. Worry is not the right word, because doing worry about stuff that is inevitable, stuff you can't control, stuff that's going to happen no matter what, that is dumb. Doing preparations for these things that will inevitably come, that's smart. So I would never tell a young man to worry. I would just tell you to prepare a little. Have in mind the fact that you're going to leave a mark behind. This is going to be the kind of mark that your grandchildren, your children, you can respect. It's a weird time, man. Weird times. It's hard to be respectable, especially if you want to be profitable. That's one thing that tends to go out the window. Willing to shed respectableness for profitability. Wow, I'm dropping coins. And I'm not rich, so I can't tell you. Like, I got a price too, probably. I don't know what it is, but it's probably a lot lower than I'd like to think for myself. Ah, we've got a keeper. And another keeper, a little ugly keeper though. It's easy to be a man of integrity if you've got a nice big bank account, but when you don't already and people wave dough at you, it's easy to become compromised, and that's why, you know, then dough is a matter of measure, right? How much does it take? If you're a man of some integrity, does it just take more dough? That's kind of how it seems to go. I can't say I'm above it, which sucks. But that's how it is. We got 3 out of that one, and a bunch of bullshit from me on that one. Have a cup of tea on that one. And I'll share my tea with ye. Okay, those are the 3. We'll get them under the scope and see what we got. David, that's got it free, bro. Well, I hope Pierre Polivieri is as cool of a guy as I hope he is, because I hope he is. That's that. So that's the equality one, if I'm not mistaken, is it not? Yeah, it sure is. The one you say you got the other day? The other day. If you've never seen the Canadian series called Letterkenny, I endorse it. Go ahead and get yourself some Letterkenny. We got a Grey Cup here. That's not the one my friend is looking for. And then I'm going to slide that out of the way and put this one up in here. Up in here? Up in here? This is one of the earlier commemoratives, so what happens with it, unfortunately, is finding it these days. I mean, that one's got a stain over by the A in Canada over here and whatnot, but you don't find these in really great shape. And they're not valuable big time, so it's kind of like if you have a local coin shop, you can pick one up that's they've basically preserved in an MS 63 sort of state, and it won't cost much. So let me just bang back over to the overhead camera. We went through 4 rolls. We got these 5. We look at them under the scope. I think that's going to be it for this version of Dimebag Darren World Headquarters and what we got going on. And I thank you for tuning in. We'll be back soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.